Good morning, everyone. Beth Brown here with Hugo Coffee Roasters, and I'm so excited to welcome back our friend Megan Morrison with Utah Animal Adoption Foundation. Megan, my friend, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing? We've all got our swag on. This is perfect.
Yes, I love it.
Good.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. I think this is your third live stream with us.
I think it is. They keep throwing me up here, so
yeah, we had the first one. We had the first one where you we talked to you that you were a successful foster mom, where you've successfully fostered dogs and then found homes for them because, Claudia is our signature foster failure where she fostered Hugo, and 10 years later, she still has him.
Here's our logo. It's great.
Yes. And then we had you for the first Utah Animal Adoption Foundation fundraiser with us, which was actually our very first fundraiser. So that was very exciting.
Which was great because we are often asking for donations and we don't often get to offer people coffee in exchange.
Yes.
So it was really great to have you guys to do a fundraiser. We were so happy about that.
Awesome. Well, and this is the kind of relationship that we want to establish. We want to do multiple fundraisers. We don't want it to just be a one-off. We want to establish relationships with these nonprofit organizations and do a second fundraiser, third fundraiser. So thank you so much for coming back with us. Utah Animal Adoption Foundation has been our Hugo Coffee fundraiser all week. And just a reminder about how these fundraisers work. For all of our online sales, we donate $2.50 per item. So not per order, per item. So that's coffee. It's one of our cool shirts. Yes, mugs. So we always just want to reiterate, it's not per order, it's per item. So if you're not a coffee drinker, we have other things for you to buy, donate, or buy a gift for someone. Mm-hmm. So that's just a quick reminder of how our fundraisers work. Megan, will you just remind us about how UAAF's organization works? Because you're a total foster-based organization. Will you just remind us how that works?
Yes, we are extremely foster-based, all volunteer organization that has no overhead. I really like working with a smaller rescue for that reason. We don't have a localized shelter. We don't have a shelter at all. All of our animals, we have dogs and cats, do live in foster homes, which is great. Fosters provide food, and usually, we can get them the supplies they need, but they're buying the food. And then the biggest cost in our organization is medical. Because we do, spay and neuter any dogs before they go home. They get any dental needs taken care of. And we do take in a lot of senior pets. We take in a lot of pets with medical needs. And so basically every dollar that gets donated is just going to a very understanding vet somewhere in Salt Lake Valley who's probably carrying a balance for us, helping us do this good work. So that's what I really like about this organization, is just the direct impact.
Great. And I know before you talked with us a little bit about where these animals come from. Can you talk a little more about that, where you pull these animals from?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love the idea of fostering. I've worked for different animal rescues in different cities for about 7 or 8 years now. I feel the best about our organization being a foster organization because of the great job we can do matching animals. When you go to a shelter, they are doing yeoman's work in getting these animals healthy and getting them ready to go home and taking them and putting a roof over their heads. But when you see an animal in a shelter, they're having kind of a bad day. They're stressed and it's really loud, and you have kind of that picture of the cages going down each side, and hopefully you go meet your best friend. But what we can do is the shelters will call us often if there's a senior dog, a dog with medical needs, a dog that just in that environment is just not flourishing. Cats, especially in a shelter environment, cats have their little routines and they need things just so. It's not a great environment for them to be seen in. And so what we can do is take them into foster homes and then figure out, they love kids, they will chase cats, they really need a lot of exercise, or they're a little more mellow. And then when people come looking for an animal, we can tell you so much about them. The dog has really gotten a chance to decompress. The cat has settled into a new routine. And then we're actually being able to tell you all about the animal's personality and make sure that it's the right pet for you, which I think is really great.
Yes, I love that. I love the that it sounds like it's very much that the dogs are not, the animals, I should say, are not adopted out to their, what's going to be the families based on a first come, first serve basis. Obviously, I think that matching for, the animal and the family is so important, because it's certainly if you adopt a dog and then it turns out it doesn't like the cat in the house or the children in the house. That's obviously not a good fit. So I love that. I love that you take the time to find the right match. And yeah, that's just, we love your organization. So thank you. Yeah. So I know that the first time we did this, we were aiming to raise, a couple $100s, and you talked about the impact that would have. And I know that we wrote you a check for quite a bit more than a couple $100s. It
was great. Yeah.
And so we were so happy to be able to write that check. I'm going to say what Claudia always says, that her favorite day of the week is every Monday when she writes her check. So let's just say we're going to go big this time because, we have an established relationship and we love you. We know that your UAAF fans love you. So let's just go big. Let's say, what if we write you a check for $600? I know that you said that would go towards medical. Can you, and we've already talked about the impact quite a bit, but just anything else you want to add about what a $600 check would do for your organization?
Oh my gosh, so much. I've like 10 things off the top of my head. We have a new litter of little Chihuahua puppies that are coming along. They're actually on our some of our social media for this week. We've got them all rolling around in the grass with the coffee bags. They absolutely loved them. They tried to eat them, obviously. They're coming along. They're going to need, spay, neuter, medical. We just pulled this great little dog a little while ago who just got adopted named Popcorn, who you can check out on our website. And he came to us all matted. Saw him? Yep. All matted, like completely, like terrible teeth, needed a whole bunch of dental, stuff like that. When animals come like that to us, like when we say yes, they get everything they need and the adoption fee stays the same. We have this great golden doodle right now who won't stop eating oven mitts. And his owners eventually just decided it wasn't the home for him. He wasn't getting enough activity. He was bored. He was eating the oven mitts. So they surrendered him to us. And I remember I called the head of our organization and said, can we take this dog who has to have the stomach surgery? And she said, well, we can't afford it. So of course. So a lot of the time, we don't say no if we can help it. We just sign up and we kind of take a leap of faith. And luckily, and we're so glad that so many people have been there for us to help us be able to do these great things. So we'd be thrilled to get that much money. It would be amazing.
Great. Well, just a reminder for everybody watching, the fundraiser ends on Sunday. So this is our big call to action. This is when we say bye, bye, bye. So again, we've got mugs, we've got coffee. If you order today, maybe there's still time to get that shipped off to Dad for Father's Day on Sunday.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah. Well, Megan, thank you so much again for joining us. Like I said, we love our friends at UAAF, and you and I have gone back even previously before we started working together through our companies and organization. And I know that you and I have always kind of chatted about the fostering and all the good things that you're doing personally, UAAF and you as a person. So thank you so much for joining us. And we can't wait to write that check on Monday. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to get you as a foster yet. Don't worry.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.